Hello everyone. Today I am going to discuss regarding the topic transistors. Actually, what is a transistor? It is nothing but a semiconductor device used to amplify or act as a switch. That is, the main purpose of transistor is it acts either as an amplifier or a switch. This transistor is nothing but a three-terminal circuit. That is, it is collector, base, emitter. This is the basic circuit diagram of transistor. Now, let us see how actually this transistor works as an amplifier. Here we can see that this transistor, the main functionality of transistor is when a little amount of input current is passed, little, okay, not more, little input current is passed across the transistor, it generates a high amount of output current. This point is very important point to be noted for transistor acting as an amplifier or transistor acting as a switch. Now let me explain this with the help of a schematic diagram. Okay, so let us take here the schematic diagram with the transistor at center. This is the emitter current, this is the collector current, and here will be the base. Now I am going to connect this circuit with load resistance RL and the voltages and with the supply voltage VI and the emitter base voltage VEB, and this will be the VCB, and this will be the base current IB, and this will be the collector current IC, and this will be the emitter current IE. Now how transistor actually works as an amplifier is when a little amount of input current is applied across the supply voltage VI, this current is nothing but the emitter current. Now this current, when it flows across the emitter, it generates the emitter current, and this emitter current moves further to the collector point, that is, it contributes little amount of current to the collector circuit. That is, previously the collector will be having the certain current within the circuit, and when this contribution of this emitter current is passed on to the collector current, it's passed to the load resistance RL, and across the collector base voltage a high amount of output voltage is generated. That is, as I have said previously, that little amount of input current generates high output current. Similarly, a little amount of input voltage, that is supply voltage, when it's passed with input current, it generates a large amount of output voltage. Okay,
You
this is
can
the
check
most
this
important
circuit
point
in
for
your
transistor
labs.
acting as an amplifier. Let us take the example of microphone. This is the best example we can explain for an amplifier. As you all know that microphone works as when you apply little sound, it generates a high signal. Little sound, it generates a high signal. Okay, how actually internally it performs is, suppose let us take the internal circuit diagram of microphone. When a little amount of sound is passed on to the transistor, this is the transistor. Okay, when a little sound is passed on to the transistor, it internally generates the fluctuating electric current within the circuit, and when these fluctuating electric currents are taken by the transistor, this transistor boosts the fluctuating electric currents and is useful in generating of a loud noise. That is, example will be loudspeaker. That is, in simple words, you can say that, for example, let us take a mic. When you talk slowly, you will be able to hear a very loud and audible voice. This function is performed internally only through the microphone. And the basic important functionality of microphone is the use of the transistor. In such a way, we can explain our basic point that how little amount of current or voltage can generate high amount of output current and voltage. This way we can explain that transistor acts as an amplifier. Okay, now second point I am going to explain is how transistor acts as a switch. This transistor switches can be used to switch a low voltage DC device. For example, let us take LEDs, either on or off. That is, it may be either in cutoff region or saturated region. How actually this LEDs work is we are going to see. That is, these LEDs are going to work mainly through the principle of transistor. Okay, suppose as I have seen our previous circuit, this is our circuit as we have used for same circuit as transistor acts as an amplifier, and this will be the load resistance RL, and here will be the supply voltage VI. Okay, sorry, here will be the emitter base voltage. This will be the IB current. Now we are in this explanation how transistor acting as switches. Suppose you assume that there is no base current, that is IB is equals to 0. Just I am explaining the functionality. Suppose the base current is 0, then you can easily say that there will be no current flow across the emitter and collector. Then this transistor completely goes on into the off state. This transistor will be in off state. That is, the transistor will be in off. Now coming to suppose due to supply voltage and collector and the voltage collected across the emitter base, and certain base current is going to be generated, then as certainly the current will be generated across the emitter as well as collector current depending upon the supply voltage VI. So the transistor will be in on state. And the best example of this, as I have said is previously, is LED. That is, it works in both on and off state. Example is, another example you can take is computer chips. As you all know, computer chips will be internally having a number of transistors, maybe in hundreds or billions or millions, and each transistor will be performing two states. That is, it will be having either in on state or off state. Now coming to the advantages of the transistor is, previously we were using vacuum tubes in our circuits. Now these are replaced with the transistors because of low size, that is small size, and low voltage consumption, and less power dissipation, that is power loss will be less. Okay, now coming to the classification of these transistors. Transistors can be classified into two forms, that is BJTs, bipolar junction, and second is FETs, that is field effect transistors. And coming to these BJTs, they are again classified into two forms, NPN transistors and PNP transistors. And these FETs are classified into two forms, JFET, junction field effect transistor, and this will be the metal oxide field effect transistor. And this JFET is again classified into a single mode, that is depletion mode, and these MOSFETs, they are classified into two modes, that is depletion and enhancement. This depletion mode is classified, as everyone knows, it is classified into two channels, N channel and P channel. Similarly for MOSFETs, N, P. In MOSFETs, even enhancement mode is classified into two channels, that is N and this one is P. And regarding this classification of transistor and its type, I am going to explain this in my further videos. That's all for today. Thank you.